The next show we're going to be talking about is Inuyashiki.
Ashiki.
Yes.
This one mine? No. Oh. No, I meant to pick this one up, but
Yep.
again, this one's on Anime Strike, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
So, yes, you will definitely like this. There's one weird thing about it. It switches back between 2D and CG, like almost every other scene. Like there's this dog, and like in some scenes the dog's like 2D, and I'm like, ah, look at the puppy. And then it switches over, and I'm like, ah, look at the robot. And then it switches again, I'm like, ah, it's a puppy again. So, like me, I'm like, I went to school for 3D, so I can see the difference between 2D and 3D. And it's like just it's like, oh, now he's a CG dog. Oh, now he's 2D. Oh, now he's CG. Oh, now he's 2D. And then like they just keep switching back and forth, back and forth. It's I've gotten used to it now because the story has actually picked up to the point where I don't even care. Like the only time I notice it is when it slows down. So right now, it hasn't gotten to the point of what you see in the picture in episode 3, but you know it's coming.
Storyline wise?
Yeah, so I'm gonna explain up until the picture. So basically, the old man, he's basically like he's an elderly father. So like he looks like he's in his 50s, going on 60s. And he has kids who are in high school. Huh. The wife, she looks like she might be in her 40s or so, or something like that. And everybody treats the dad like garbage. It sucks. The episode begins almost like Kotora, where it's just sad and all these bad things that happen, and you're like, come on, dude. And it's all slow. And you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this up. And then he finds a dog. And he finds a dog. He's like, I got a dog now. So just somebody who'll just give him affection because his family's just terrible. And he takes the dog home, and he's like, hey, everybody, I got a dog. And they're all like, oh, we don't want a dog. They're like, blah, 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 blah. So the dog keeps barking at certain things. Like there's weird things happening in the neighborhood, and the dog keeps barking. So everybody's all like, keep him outside or whatever. So he keeps the dog in his room. And then he takes the dog out to the park for a walk one night, and he ends up coming across that guy in the picture, and they're both just out at night, like just, I don't know, looking at the stars or whatever. And then all of a sudden this alien spaceship like slams on its brakes and just like vroom, like the whole world's like dimension splitting kind of stuff. And then they end up crashing into those two guys, disintegrating them. And they're like, oh crap, we hit 2 people. They're like, what are we gonna do? They're like, oh, I don't know. Do we have like replacement bodies? And they're like, oh, we only got these 2 weaponized units. They're like, whatever, let's get out of here. And he like puts the 2 guys back and it just teleports off somewhere else. And me, I'm like, that's actually super funny. Like, so just like some drunk aliens just accidentally slammed into the earth for a second and like disintegrated 2 people. So I was like, that was super cool. So the guy and the old guy wake up later on, and they start noticing like things are kind of off, and then they finally realize that they're both like these androids and everything, and one person uses it for good, one person uses it for evil, and across the next 2 episodes you see those two sides kind of intertwine, and then they actually confront each other, and then one dude just takes off, and you're like, go get him! And the other person doesn't know how to use their powers all the way, so he can't. So I'm like, this show is good. I'm continuing it, definitely. So, but yeah. It is so cool. I could definitely see where it's going. I can't wait to see both of them, like, get control of their powers and actually do some proper fights. But
Well, it's a learning process. You know how it is always in the beginning when someone gets a new ability or powers or whatever. They aren't quite sure how to use them. They gotta do some little staggering around. Eventually they'll get the hang of it.
So this is a great show. All the leaders from each of those series get pulled into another world, and I'm assuming
How do they explain that?
Yeah, it's everybody clap your hands.
I'm like, this is not the time or place for that.